this is the new trend. We're going to make ourselves available to you guys while we're at a restaurant. We're over having some Korean food right now. I'm over here with the Mish.
What's up? Waiting for some Korean Vietnamese fusion.
There's going to be terrible pop music. Terrible pop music that's going to definitely get me copyrighted while I try to figure out how to use this fucking gimbal thing. But yeah, this is maybe going to be the trend. Like when I'm out getting some food, I'll show you guys the food. Yeah, I got a matcha smoothie, and we'll talk a little bit about whatever it is you want to talk about. We'll make ourselves available. I'll check in from wherever I'm at.
Delicious.
That's really fucking good. I love matcha. Some good shit. So anyways, we are live. I'll have Mish start sharing around the link for the live stream. Because you know damn well YouTube ain't gonna show you. So we just took a walk around. We filmed some content today. Some Is It Safe in Nha Trang content. And a little bit of like a neighborhood guide to the area we're living in. So we figured that might be good excuse to go get some Korean at this Vietnamese fusion, Korean fusion place that we like to go to. And the food here is very good. It's like kind of like higher quality kimbap or bimbap they would call it, the Korean fast food. But there are things on the menu that are healthy, like we get the mushroom kimchi soup, and the seaweed soup, and some shrimp dishes and stuff. It's a nice place, and of course you gotta have the matcha. So we're gonna get everything set up for the chat, and we're gonna get the live stream shared around a bit. So if you're coming in now, smash the like button. I see one of you in the room, so smash the like button for me, and share the video if you want to help us get some more people inside the room. Oh my God, it's got a brain freeze. Matcha brain freeze. That deserves a like. My suffering deserves a like. Smash the like button. 2 people in the room. So we're out having some Korean Vietnamese fusion in Nha Trang. We've been good training jiu-jitsu, just kind of trying to get stuff for the business in order. A friend of mine who is from a mountainous province of northeast India has extended a potential offer to me to come teach jiu-jitsu in his home state there. And it's something that I'm actually thinking about. It's like we're in early phases of discussion, but it's quite an interesting little turn of events for your boy. Otherwise, nothing too exciting. We're still kind of seeing what happens now with whether we're hang out in Vietnam longer or we're going to go back to Cambodia for a bit. And then suddenly this offer for like Northeast India just popped up. So now we're going to see where life takes us. But this pop music's going to kill me.
Yeah, it's so annoying, and it's loud.
We can't monetize this fucking video for sure.
No.
Because some fucking broad is belting out pop songs behind me. I don't even know who the fuck it is, to be honest. I'm so detached from American culture. Those are a bomb fucking smoothie, man. So yeah, guys, we got some Korean food on the way. We'll show you that. But again, it's not real Korean food. It's like Korean for the Vietnamese taste. So I'm sure if you've lived in Korea, you would not think this is Korean food.
It's just a fusion.
Yeah. Misha's right, calling it fusion. The Rugrat is clearly very excited. I used to teach that age. That's how I got my start in Saigon, teacher in the Englishes. So yeah, I'm gonna make myself available for the duration of dinner. We'll show you the food. If anybody has any questions or things they want to know, questions about Vietnam, things about Southeast Asia in general, we'll make ourselves available for a period of time. Unfortunately, the pop music is gonna fucking make it so I can't monetize this video, but it's okay. It's more about me being available for you. If you're in the room, smash the like button. We appreciate it. 2 people. Should be 2 like buttons smashed. Misha sharing it?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, yeah, just post it everywhere. Yeah, get some of the crew in there, some of the squad. Yeah, we're in Nha Trang. So far, I'm really enjoying it. We have a gorgeous view. Our Your neighborhood's very convenient. The jiu-jitsu's cool. Everybody's been real cool. Shout out to my boy Wagner Costa. He's a beast, an absolute beast, running it up here. Great jiu-jitsu guy. Very, very welcoming. Silverback jiu-jitsu also very welcoming. Everybody's been real nice. I knew some of these guys already from Saigon from years ago, from the old Saigon Luta Libre days. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? What are you up to? My man from Phnom Penh, Cambodia is in the house. You know, how are you, bro? I seen like, yo, the WhatsApp is blowing up today. How's things with your apartment? Is everything all good? Well, it's just good to have you in the room, bro. Oh, here we go. Here comes the first food. All right, let's show them. Let's show them the grub. All right, so, ooh, that's what I'm talking about. All
So
right.
guys, this is the hold on, let me turn it around, Jeff. I think this is easier. Alright, so we got the shrimp here.
Seafood kimbap.
Shrimp with rice and kimchi and egg and cucumber. What's this? Miso?
Miso looks like miso soup.
And kimbap.
And this is the kimbap seafood, fried. And they've got like a mayo kind of teriyaki mix going on. And it is really, really, really good. So if you like a little bit of Korean style, this is a nice spot. Look, even on the rice, they got a little sauce for you.
Looks
Little
good.
eggs. Yeah, that's really nice.
4 people in the room. Smash a like.
Smash the like button. This reminds me of that kind of Japanese Korean fusion place that was in Chiang Mai, over by Chiang Mai Business Park. We went to a few times, and they had a slightly different dishes, but like the higher quality Asian fusion kind of thing going on. So put them on I guess let's put them on us. And then, hey, what's good, bro? Am I listening to Wu-Tang? I wish. They're playing some kind of fucked up pop music that's gonna definitely get me demonetized. It's alright though.
Alright, let me try some.
Try a little of this kimchi.
Which one's good, Jeff? Everything's good?
Yeah, I like this. The place is alright.
What's that?
Oh, that's some mushroom soup. Oh, has meat in it.
That's mushroom soup?
Yeah. Can we pick it out, or is it?
I guess. Let's get some napkins.
Can we pick it out?
Here, put it here, Jeff.
Yeah, that's alright.
No meat for us, guys.
Yeah, we're veg. Alright.
Have
yeah.
fun. It's great to see you back in Vietnam. I looked you up as soon as I heard your page was deleted.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fucked up, bro.
Nice shirt from Paul. Oh
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
it's from Cambodia.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
There's a garbage underneath you, Jack.
Oh, perfect.
See it?
Yeah.
I want to try the kimbap.
Luckily, they didn't put too much in there. It was easy to take it out.
So what's in here, Jack?
I don't know,
Shrimp?
seafood of some kind. Yeah, it was pretty fucked. They deleted our channel, man. That was
It's terrible.
it was like right at Christmas, right up during our slow time of the year for business. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. What do you think? Those are the older videos, you know, but we're still trying to get it out for you guys, you know, get it all back up.
Delicious. Wow.
Look at this spread. Oh, well, we appreciate you, bro. Some of this.
Are you both planning to stay in Vietnam long term?
All right, this is the mushroom, and that's the seaweed one, I think.
No, this is the seaweed.
Oh, then what's this one?
I don't know.
No, it's really.
It's seaweed? So what's this one then?
Maybe this is the seaweed. This looks like just like some soup that comes with the dish.
I'm confused. Are you both planning on staying in Vietnam long term?
Long term, probably no. Short term, maybe. My business partner opened a company for me, so I'm getting into the import-export business out here. And it seems like this will be the place to be for a while. But I just had an offer of a friend of mine from jiu-jitsu that I knew from Bangkok. And he wants me to come and teach jiu-jitsu in his province in northeast India. It's a place called Gangtok. You should Google it. Gangtok. It looks incredible. And he wanted me to come out there and potentially teach. And now it's just in the early phases of talking, but that's some crazy shit that I would do. Also, I'm kind of just waiting to see how long it takes for my work permit to come through, and if I really want to sit out here for the whole time, or if I just want to go back and chill in Cambodia, and then when it's done, come back here. So I haven't really made any kind of concrete decisions. I miss Cambodia a lot.
There's still some major issues on immigration with the whole portal, like even with tourist visas.
Yeah, the portal opened up again, luckily, just as my two customers made it through to get their business visas approved. But,
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. But it closed again, so now they're having a hard time processing any kind of tourist visas or any kind of thing to do with immigration at all. Has to go through this portal now. So it's a little fucky here at the moment. They're even making it hard for like expedited background checks.
That's why we're thinking of like waiting until it's done and come back.
Yeah, because we can extend our business visa a few more times in order for our work permit to be finished and stuff, but the way things are going with the immigration and the delays, it's, you know, I don't know, kind of open-ended whether or not we'll get the work permit before the business visa finishes, or so I don't want to fuck around.
Or how long it's going to take even, you know?
Right. This is good, man, this kimbap soup. I mean, this kimchi
I like the
soup.
shrimp one.
It is, right?
Really good.
Yeah, the shrimp is really bomb.
This is egg too?
Save me one of those. I'll have
Okay.
one. Super good. This is like a ramen with like tofu and kimchi.
The sauce is good too.
So I was saying, just as a change of pace, sometimes we'll be eating a lot of the same stuff because there's a lot of food in our complex. We just come over here, do something a little bit different. So I'm available, guys, if there's anything you want to ask me, or you want to chat about, or you want to have a discussion on. I'm happy to speak about any topic. So let me know. I'm buying fucking shrimp.
Delicious.
So today we just went and filmed some content along the beach. We talked a
What
little.
kind of imports and exports do you plan to do?
Basically kind of middlemaning, like helping people to source things here. Like whatever it is that a customer might want to find, I can source a factory for, that type of thing. Well, but more like import-export consulting. Like similar to what I do with the visas, you know, or employment. You guys ever had tabaki? Tabaki is like this rice kind of noodle thing. And it's really good. It's like chewy.
A giant rice noodle.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna try to start doing more of that, like middlemaning, connecting people to reliable suppliers in the country, this type of thing. So, how's everybody doing in the room? What's new with you guys? Who's in the room anyway? Where are you guys from? I know I got my homeboy in Cambodia.
Campuchia.
We're fucking with some kimchi and ramen right now. So you'll have to excuse me if I don't talk a ton while we mob on this Korean food. I'm real hungry. I've been working out all week like crazy.
So good. Let's try this one. Is it good?
No, it's pretty quiet at the moment, but this weekend it's picking up a bit because it's Easter weekend.
Oh yeah. A lot of families come here.
Right now there's a lot of tourists coming into town. You're starting to see more, but it's Vietnamese tourists. Some Russian tourists too, but I think most of the Russians that you see here in Nha Trang at the moment are expats. Seems like more, at least where we live, they're more settled, you know.
So good, right?
This is bomb. Make sure to eat your kimchi, it's good for you.
So good.
So things are good, you know. We're just getting our shit together, really. We have a lot of content because we've been traveling all over Asia for the last almost like more than a year now. Since pretty much the end of the pandemic, we've been just moving country to country and making content. And now we have to get some settled for a little while and get it all finished and put up for you guys. That's why I'm trying to make myself available in shorts and live streams and, you know, kind of keep people up to date on new things that we're doing, because there's a lot of like long form video coming, but it's just we have to get caught up from everything from before, you know, that we're having to do again. So it is what it is. It's part of the game, you know. Look, I'm all banged up from jiu-jitsu. I got fucking cuts on my face and shit.
Your touch too.
I've been training my boy Wagner Costa up here. He's a Brazilian dude. He's real cool. He's a beast. A black belt from Brazil. He's smaller than me, but he's more experienced. And but we can, you know, we're a real good role for each other, like a real good match. So I'm having a lot of fun with the jiu-jitsu up here. The level's relatively beginner, but they got a few tough people, and for the most part, you know, it's such a great environment for training. Like, you know, healthy seafood after training. Just go get a big ass fish and chill at the beach and stuff. So this is a great city, guys. Nha Trang is definitely like one of the best destinations in Vietnam.
What do you think? Is it good?
I mean, I'm fucking with it. It's just, I needed something different. I've been eating a lot of the same food lately, guys. So yeah, I wanted to make myself available. Any questions on visas? Anything going on in Southeast Asia you guys want to know about? Anything going on in any of the markets that I deal with, and you have any questions, I'm open. If you want to know stuff about what I think about anything or any other topics, I'm going to try to do these live streams occasionally so that way people can have access and they can ask me anything they want. Some good ass fucking kimchi fucking noodles, man.
Delicious.
If you're in the room, smash the like button. We appreciate you. What is the benefit of jiu-jitsu, and what age would you recommend starting? Young kid, teen, age, until what age? BJJ is good because when you're young, it's not ideal to get punched in the head a lot. So like boxing, Muay Thai, more conventional striking sports are probably a little bit worse for children, in my opinion, because you're getting rocked in the head. And it's one of the reasons why when I was doing Muay Thai for so many years, I eventually hit, you know, a point in my life where I said, you know, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to try to not get fucking totally stupid from being punched all the time. So I decided to go and get more into grappling, you know, because it's less impact on the body, but it's still real. Aikido to me is fantasy. I think it's a waste of time. Maybe it's okay, like Mish said, as a hobby. I don't think it's real. There's no situation where you're going to pick up some guy by his wrist and throw him. Like, it's just not going to happen. A lot of Aikido is bullshit. I would say judo.
Like you wouldn't use it in a real fight.
If you want to like do something with combat, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is also the least impact on your body for a real combat sport compared to like boxing, Muay Thai, judo, wrestling, where, you know, you could get a lot more impact on the body as you get older. I started BJJ at like 30, 31 or something like this, right around then. Like, and now I'm 40, so I'm training for right around 9 years. It's the longest martial art to get good at. It's like the one that gives you the least rewards and the least fucking like pats on the back. You don't get like belts or stripes very easily. Reaching a black belt, most people will never accomplish it, and a lot of it dispenses with a lot of the stupid parts of martial arts, like the having to constantly follow some sort of like etiquette thing. I mean, there is some etiquette with jiu-jitsu, but it's not the same really. It's just it's real fighting, like wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, sambo, judo, kickboxing, Muay Thai, this type of sports where like it's real combat. Like this is what's real. Like, and I wouldn't waste my time putting my child into something like karate or something, because then you could throw away half the fucking system. The punches are bullshit. Some of the kicks are real, but a lot of it can be jumped. You look at what the UFC fighters are doing, or you look at what the military's using, and it's all MMA. So anything that kind of stems from MMA is what I would suggest. If you don't want to get punched in the head as you get older, then BJJ is a good one, because you can learn takedowns and submissions and how to control the body and control posture, control position, and you don't necessarily have to become fucking Parkinson's patient. But because it is real combat sports, we have injuries, and I have back problems and knee problems and shoulder problems, but we're all gonna fall apart sometime, right? Might as well fall apart doing something you like doing. And I enjoy it. It's great for networking, great for relationships.
Really delicious.
Yeah, so we're mobbing on the Korean, like we're putting in the work. So guys, I'm here. Ask me anything.
Smash a like.
Some good fucking matcha. I'm missing Amazon coffee though. I love the matcha red bean shit. I'm so addicted to that. Paul, you know about that. It was me and this motherfucker were eating that shit a lot.
It's good.
Yeah. I love Cambodia. It's like the best of Thailand and Vietnam in one. One thing about Vietnam is like Western...
Looks delicious. Thanks for your explanation.
Oh, no problem, man. Anytime. If you want to do a sport where you can actually effectively defend yourself against somebody trying to hurt you, jiu-jitsu's the real thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a child, they're going to know how to handle themselves. I wish I would have started younger with grappling. I was more into boxing and things like that as I was younger, and powerlifting and these other sports. I think you can't be too young enough to start jiu-jitsu. Because again, it's not much risk, They're not really teaching joint locks to the very young children. They just kind of teach them how to wrestle and roll and this type of thing, reversals. And then as they
have more belts too, right?
Yeah, it's more belts for kids. For adults, it's like, you don't get the pat on the back. It's a pursuit of love, You do it because you like doing it. I think it's funny because UFC and all that shit, back in the day, the Gracies, they kind of like dispelled all that about what's real and what's not, Sadly, there are some people who still hang on to the fantasy of like, traditional martial arts. You see it a lot in China, where those Haya masters are getting their fucking asses beat by fucking MMA fighters. You didn't like the sweetness soup? No?
Did you try it?
No, not good.
I didn't know.
The kimchi's bomb as fuck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip it. It had meat in it anyway. I'm a veg. I'm not gonna bother.
It just doesn't really have a lot of flavor.
Yeah, it's like, I imagine it's like the tofu soup, not tofu, the other soup, the green soup, right? This matcha's good though.
No, this has more flavor.
Think about getting another matcha. If you're in the room, smash the like button. I like this little Korean spot though. I fuck with this kimchi soup. This is
more
pretty.
noodles?
Yeah, there's noodles in there. Got a little rice and kimchi going on. So if you're in the room, smash the like button. But yeah, things are good, guys. We're just trying to make it work. The craziest thing is a guy who I used to go to Bangkok Fight Lab with, and I would train over there at this club in Bangkok that I enjoyed. He's from India, and I mentioned this a little earlier in the live stream, but nobody was in the room. And he offered me a potential opportunity to go teach in his province, and it's in some mountain town in northeast India. It looks amazing. So that's not like a for sure thing, but it's something that's in the wind. And I just was not expecting it. It came out of left field. But it looks like a little bit of a paradise almost, like a Shangri-La, you know, like Nepal or something, but more developed. Oh, yeah. What do you think of the soup?
Oh, you?
We're still trying to figure out the menu here. We don't know, like, what works. You know, 'cause we eat seafood, but we don't eat meat. So if you guys are in the room, please smash the like button. If you have any questions, comments, I'll make myself available for the duration of this meal. I like to be accessible. I apologize for those of you just finding the channel. We're reposting a lot of content, you know, that we had to, unfortunately, we lost. Let me actually get another one. I'm gonna get another one because that shit was good as fuck.
Delicious, right?
Are you want more noodles or you good?
No, I'm stuffed.
You're stuffed? Yeah. So that's really, and we got an extra dish we didn't even need. So all this is gonna come out to like $8 for all this food.
Yeah.
And we didn't even really need that. It wasn't even, like but I am gonna take some of your
I tried
leftover
it. It was good.
kimchi here.
Yeah, good for the kimchi.
Kimchi is really good for you guys. Mish and I try to live a reasonably healthy life. You know, we're not perfect. You know, we'll fuck around, have some chocolate croissants once in a while, get blazed and eat some ice cream. But for the most part, we eat pretty clean as much as we can. You know, we'll have some fried stuff occasionally, but we try not to eat like low quality fried or processed food if we can help it. So yeah, this was eating fucking Korean food in Nha Trang, Vietnam with your boy.
My home now is a food desert. I miss 172. Order delivery.
I suspected that, bro.
Oh.
I don't think it would be a food desert. I think it's a motorbike place. It's a place where you need a motorbike to get around more. Where you were staying on 172, so for those of you in the chat or watching, my friend commenting, he lives in Phnom Penh. He used to live on 172, which is like kind of like Skivat's whorehouse street, but also like the best food in the city, like the best restaurants. What are my thoughts on the U.S.? Do you think the U.S.
What direction is the U.S. going now?
Oh, it's fucked. But don't worry, the whole world's fucked. That's what they don't tell you in America. They don't tell you that every place is fucked. It's not just America. It's just whether or not that type of fucked fits in well with you, you know? Personally, that's my mantra, so.
One sec.
Un momento. You gotta forgive me as I wait for my matcha. Oh wow, you never hear me. This is the thing with live, right? Oh, the Dolce Vita, bro.
Yes. Get delivery.
Phnom Penh has the best fucking Western food in Asia. Nobody does it better than Phnom Penh. All right, so it sounds like that is the finish of my matcha. So no, I would say that the U.S. is probably not going in a great direction, bro. I mean, they're just elevating the most extreme voices in the room and trying to just drive a wedge between the people. You know, it's a shame to see the decline in standards of living and quality of life for a lot of Americans. Actually, I'm not one of these people who like hates America. Like, there's things about America that are great, and there's obviously some big advantages. But there are some things about it that are questionable at best. And you know, a society that lacks a culture, and kind of fills that with consumer products and just sort of like Hollywood and celebrity culture. And, it's not a culture that's going to last forever. You know what I mean? Like, you start to get outside of the U.S. and you see how the rest of the world has these traditions, and there's a reason for that. Hey, come on in. Not yet. I had to get another one. It was so fucking good. That's all right. That's all right. We dropped it. But no, I wouldn't want to live in the United States. I probably won't ever live in the United States again. I'm working on my Italian passport right now. My wife also, she's working on her Italian passport. Hers is a little easier than mine.
Smash the like button.
But yeah, we're in the process of trying to get a second passport for the European Union. Even though we don't really want to live in the EU either, it does mean options. We really enjoyed Albania. Balkans was real cool. We liked it out there for a potential long-term home. It's a place I could maybe live. I thought about it because, again, I don't have any like disdain for America. It's not like that. It's just like not the right fit, really. And it's unlikely that I'll be able to use any of the things that I'm paying taxes for. Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to continue to have a tax burden to them. So if I can get a passport from another strong, like, European country, I would consider relinquishing the U.S. citizenship just for the tax burden, because I really just don't see why I need to pay taxes to a country that I don't live in. I'm not going to benefit from any of my income, going to this. It doesn't really, and most other countries have same tax policy where if you live outside of the country, at some point you don't have a burden to them anymore, right? But for some reason, the U.S. we just continuously have this tax burden to them, even though we don't use any of their fucking services. We don't live there,
It's sad to see what's happening in the U.S. and the division. You can't joke anymore. You can't laugh anymore. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You can't even tell a joke. It's like too offensive.
Yeah, I hear
you. Very sad. There's not even funny in movies, really. F taxes.
Tim Dillon's he's still funny. There's still some funny people out there. There's people who stand up to it. Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. Comedy really is like the last frontier of resistance for the thought police. Like, I gotta tell you, I think like I like it a lot, man. Like being outside of the U.S. because, to be honest, man, I think what they have everybody in America fighting over is not reality. A lot of it's not really the problems that the country faces. It's just this kind of like these two crazy kind of ideologies. Like, you've got this extreme Christian fundamentalist ideology, and then you've got this extreme woke, like over the top crazy fucking, nothing, not even living in reality. And then basically these are the two voices that are elevated, and rather than like trying to address like kind of complicated problems, they try to turn everything into like single issue problems. And then like it turns into like a rallying thing where like my team believes this and your team believes that, rather than just like having nuanced opinions and ideas. And I think it's really hard for people who don't get outside of the U.S. to understand how complicated and complex the world is, and how complicated and complex world history is. And it's easy to get caught up into like slogans and ideas, especially when you defund an education system. And I mean, let's be honest, a lot of the U.S. education system is designed to create kind of a compliant corporate worker. Like, it's not really designed for creating critical thinking human beings that are like able to like look at their society objectively, right? Like, they want to create a factory worker, essentially. What do you say?
I agree with Jay completely. And Mish, you still need punishment. Your behavior in class was deplorable.
Teacher Mish.
The demo class, remember?
Oh yeah. We did a demo class with my boy Paul. He had to practice. He's fucking dope, man. I never seen a motherfucker turn math teacher on like a switch. I was
like getting taught.
I was like, what? It's like, I'm bad at math. I didn't understand it, but I was like, yo, I want to understand. But yeah, man, I wouldn't want to live in the U.S. And I'll tell you it's not even a political reason. It's like, I like cities that have like cohesive downtowns and that are walkable. and that there's like a community and a place for people to socialize and to feel like they belong to something, you know. And a lot of the U.S. really can't offer that with that strict moral culture. I mean, I grew up in New York, so we have kind of a different kind of environment, but like a lot of the country, you know, the cities are more fucked up and de-industrialized, dangerous, you know, and a lot of people live in these kind of like suburban environments, and it's not really like a place where I feel like enriched or like comfortable. I prefer, even here in Asia, like there is always some place where people are together, you know.
I know how to interview. It's sad to see the racial and tribal politics. They put a lot of emphasis on this and in colleges.
Yeah, it's a shame to see what happened with colleges, because, you know, like that's the one place where you're supposed to be able to have like critical thinking and different ideas, and we're supposed to challenge each other's assumptions. But again, you know, this is what happens when corporations completely capture government, right? Everything comes from a think tank. So, I mean, this whole woke thing, you know, like, let's be honest, what this really is. It's just a way to kind of divert populist energy on the left, right? Just the same way that they did with Bernie Sanders, you know, they need these diversions. They need to put that energy, that youthful energy, into something irrelevant. And, you know, what can be more irrelevant than this nonsense? Like, you know, I think what they want to do is they want to inaccurately describe history, and they want to create a way to silence people and to silence communication. And I think you see it more and more. People are breaking through that online. I follow people on the right, even though I'm largely, I guess you would say, kind of I'm on the left of economics, and I don't have a problem with gay people. I'm kind of a live and let live person, but I do think things like, you know, taking care of your infrastructure and having a functional healthcare system are priorities that matter to me. And I think that these type of people, they detract from that in a big way, and the damage that they're going to do to like the working class and to improving standards of living. I mean, they're going to alienate people to any concept of any kind of social progress, even social progress that would make sense, like, you know, things like, you know, building infrastructure, building transportation, like, you know, because of this, the woke thing has, and the corruption of the Democrats, and the whole thing is just so bad. I don't see how there's going to be any happy ending here. And I feel like the most extreme voices on both sides of the argument are the ones that are elevated. They don't talk about nuance. They don't teach history accurately. Everything's grouped into little categories based on race or tribe in some way, and everything's about kind of compartmentalizing human beings. And I don't know. I just don't want to be around that.
AI is another problem. I saw it will cost the U.S. 46% of all jobs by 2030.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you think the government will step in to help?
Not unless people force them.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, we didn't even get nothing for COVID.
They gave them something for COVID, but it was like a pittance, you know.
For what, 2 years?
If they could have everybody living in Hoovervilles or prisons, I think they would. So I think it just depends whether or not people are going to get out there and they're going to demand it. A UBI to me seems like it's the only solution. I don't know how else, because you can only put so many people in a fucking prison, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to come to a point where they're going to have to, like, either the people are going to have to get off their fucking phones and stop caring about these kind of irrelevant identity politics. And I'm not saying they're totally irrelevant. Like, I sympathize. You know, everybody has a belief system. I'm not saying your belief system is wrong or right, but there are some things that are just common problems that kind of cross boundaries, and like, you know, the idea of having a social security system for elderly, having a functional healthcare system, you know, having like, you know, a society that is not producing mass shooters, but like healthy people who make good decisions, a highly educated workforce that can innovate. Like, these are not, to me, like such radical concepts for a country to invest in, especially a country that wants to be strong. But I think, you know, at this point, it's kind of like Rome in decline. And I think if you have some money, it's a great time to look at different options. So I think what I'm doing right now is I'm in a good position to help people do that. And again, it's sad for me because I'm not like some fuck America guy. Like, I got a lot of problems with the government, especially with the intelligence and the domestic spying and the wars. But I still love the U.S. Like, I still love Mexican food and driving around across, you know.
We always miss the food in New York because it's so mixed and cheap. Like, it's not expensive to get all different types of food.
Yeah.
Are any good training centers in Nha Trang?
For teaching, it would not be great here. There's some jobs, but I think for teaching it would be pretty small. It's mostly a beach tourist town.
I see a lot of one-on-ones though.
Yeah, you could probably develop a good one-on-one thing here, and your cost of living would be low and pleasant. You just would need to figure out a way to satisfy the visa, but that's where we come in. You know, that's what I do. So it's a hard one when people ask me, like, would I give up my passport? It's like, part of me, I see the value of some aspects of the U.S., like growing up in New York when I did it with music and culture. You know, a lot of cool stuff came out of America during the 90s. I don't know, we still innovate in a lot of ways, and the landscape is very beautiful, but the way the tax system's set up, that I have to be like a slave to these fucks, even if I'm never going to use any of their services, and most of that money just gets spent on fucking wars. I mean, if I were to get a second passport, I think I probably would consider renouncing it. But again, it's not because I have any malice, it's just because it just doesn't make sense that I should have to pay money to a system that I'm not ever going to use. And most likely, most of the money's going to be embezzled and used for things that are undemocratic and that are not really in my interest anyway. So that part is a bit, you know, that's the part that makes me think that maybe, yeah, I would. Do we have any other questions?
How about in the south, but outside Saigon? I think Vung Tau is the best bet.
Can Tao is
because
nice.
of the salary, right?
Vung Tao's got a good salary. You're close to Saigon. They got a refinery out there, so there's some high-paying jobs for, you know, locals have money. It's not the cleanest beach, and during the weekends it can get busy as fuck with Saigon people coming into the beach, but it's a nice town in general, you know. And Can Tao is also nice. No beach though. Mekong Delta City, very clean, like fantastic food, a lot of agriculture. They're rich from agriculture, and they have teaching jobs there. There's some jobs here in Nha Trang. It's just I feel like it'd be hard to support yourself. You'd probably have to work at several different places, like hour here, hour there, be going across town. Yeah, I imagine there's probably at least 1 or 2 international schools, and I do have a contact for the largest international schools in Nha Trang. So if you are serious about that, bro, let me know and I'll introduce you. But I know you're looking for training stuff. A little different. What was the other guy's question?
Social Security is supposed to go bankrupt by 2032. That's big concern for everyone. I don't know how they would fix that.
Well, maybe they got to stop funding proxy wars all over the world and address some domestic problems. I mean, like I said, some of this stuff's not even partisan. It's like, fix the fucking train system. It's clean up, like change the water, the fucking water systems in the country so kids aren't getting exposed to fucking lead. It's like, you know, how do you plan to maintain a strong country if you're gonna like dumb down your population and lower their standard of living? And I don't know. It's a shame. There's gonna have to be somebody willing to take on oligarchy and willing to like, you know, talk about issues that transcend the identity politics and all the bullshit, and then maybe there's a chance things could get better. But I mean, for me personally, like, I just want to have a peaceful life, and I want to have an interesting life, and that's all I've ever wanted. So living overseas has been a better choice for me personally, and I think for some people out there watching this, it may be a better choice for them as well. Like, I traveled around America for years before I left, and I could never really figure out why I was never happy. And it took me finally leaving the U.S. before I really registered that it just wasn't the right fit for me. Like I said, it's no bad blood. I don't hate the country. I just don't have that much of a desire to live in the culture. Because the culture I like appreciated in New York, it doesn't really exist anymore. So it's, even what I remember is not there, you know. So it doesn't make sense for me. I would prefer to be somewhere that has like healthcare system that's functional long term. I mean, I have some rights. I can own my property. It's a democracy. These type of things. And, you know, a country that has a tradition of democratic values. So some of the European countries would tick those boxes. The EU stuff during the pandemic was a bit scary, but I was living in Albania and I really enjoyed the Balkans. And maybe I would have not mind having some land in the Balkans and then just having a passport from like Italy or something if I could pull it off. And then, you know, I have access to the healthcare system there, but I could also live in a more freedom kind of place, like, you know, like in Albania or something, and it'd still be close enough to the European Union to, like, benefit from it. So that's something I'm considering as I get older. I think Europe is probably eventually where I'd like to hang my head, but I'm open. I got an offer to go teach jiu-jitsu in Northeast India. It's a wild place. You gotta look it up. Gangtok. That's the name of the city. It's nothing official yet, but like we're in early talks. And there's no such thing as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in this place at all. So even though I'm not Rickson Gracie by any stretch of the imagination, I'd be more than enough to teach out there. And it would be a fantastic opportunity for me. But I'm a weird guy. I like these kind of situations. And it wasn't on the table until like 2 days ago, and now it's like something I'm actually like kind of watching some videos on, and I'm getting kind of jazzed on. I'm hoping it works out. Any other comments before we wrap it up, guys? Any other questions? Anything else you want to ask me? Give you another 14 minutes. 1 hour. It's fucking pop music. It's a shame. This is a good video. How long would the contract be for? It wouldn't really be a contract, It's just kind of like going out there and helping him start up his jiu-jitsu club. It's something we'd have to talk about, I guess. He's talking about providing accommodation, flight, visa. It's a special type of visa because it's like a part of India that is actually closer to Nepal and China. So you have to get a specific visa to be out there. But I think he's got some money and some clout. So I think it's something that he could help organize for me, And that's a weird twist of events in my life, Something I didn't see coming. But I don't know. We'll see if it happens. For right now, I'm enjoying the train. That's a shame about the pop music. This was a good live stream. Do you pressure to each side, top to bottom, balance mix of both? I was told it's supposed to be like this all the way around.
I thought it was circles.
My mom was a dental hygienist, and she always would say, you don't brush like this. You brush like this.
I thought it was supposed to be circles.
So, like circular? Well, that's why they have the one that circles. It's like a machine. I just stay brushing.
And flossing.
Got to keep your teeth shiny and clean, son. Eat your vegetables. Or in my case, tonight, eat your kimchi. But thank you for watching, guys. Smash the like button, comment. We appreciate that. Leaving comments in the videos helps us. Sharing the videos helps us. Sharing the videos on other social platforms like Reddit, Facebook help us a lot. If you guys like the content, please stay patient with us because there's a lot of new stuff coming. The stuff we've been putting out is older, Yeah, Albania looked like a very good balance, but need Western pay. Hey, Mike. Albania is dope, but you do need to have income in dollars, or euros or whatever, pounds. But if you do, man, it's like Thailand living for European lifestyle, like delicious fucking Balkans food, nice, like majestic mountains and castles, beach. It's a good place. It's a really good place. Very safe too. That was the thing. People ask you, is Albania safe? It's a silly question. It's like, some of these people come from America asking if it's safe. It's like, bro, safer than where the fuck you're coming from. America's crazy. Well, I've enjoyed my Korean food and my 2 matchas. So if you guys enjoyed this live stream, please like, comment, share, smash the like button. The more you guys comment in this chat, the more people they show it to. So by leaving all these comments, it's great. Oh, you talked to Tyler. Yo, did you tell him I said what's up, please? Say my love to my homeboy in Kampuchea, the guy who actually showed me how cool Kampuchea really was.
Definitely check out the brewery.
So he owns a brewery called Noisy Chili Tap House. If you're in Phnom Penh, go check out my boy Tyler. There's great pizzas, good food.
They have brunch now. Remember?
They do have brunch now, yeah. I'm glad he's doing good, man. And I miss all you guys in Cambodia. I might be back because I might just hang out here till the business visa's done and then go back. Yeah, Noisy Chili. Yeah, Noisy Chili Tap House. Really good place. And great food, good beer. Nice people, good energy. The more you comment, the more people will see this because YouTube reads this as comments on the video. So thank you for that, my man. I appreciate you. If you guys are in there, smash the like button. And thank you for joining us this evening for a chat. You guys can always reach me on any of these live streams. We have Rumble, so if you want to get off the YouTube platform, hit us up on Rumble. You can check out our channel. We're on Instagram. We do reels and shorts. Reborn Abroad. We're on Facebook. Reborn Abroad. We do shorts, reels. Everything's try to keep as current as possible. The YouTube's a bit behind, but don't worry. Misha's literally banging out 2 to 3 videos a day.
Smash the like.
What do you think of the idea of living in a small Himalayan town?
Sounds nice. Sounds peaceful. I hope the food's good.
I hope it works out. I'm really curious. I think it would be such a crazy opportunity for me, like typical for my life. But yeah, guys, I love yous. Thank you for watching. I was having a little Korean food. The pop music's gonna make it so I can't fucking monetize this, but it doesn't matter. Most important thing is to connect with you guys. If you're thinking of coming to Southeast Asia or leaving the US, starting a life over, get a hold of us. We can help make that process much easier. Best thing I ever did was leave the States. The best thing I ever did. And again, no hard feelings to America. I still sometimes miss Mexican food. Like Mish said, we miss some of the food in New York, Italian food. But this is the best thing I ever did for myself. Life-changing. Because, I didn't squander it. I didn't just come out here and do drugs or drink beer. I came out here, taught some English, kind of found a niche, created something for myself, and now I'm working on having a long-term strategy so that I can have the life that I want, a life that my partner is healthy, happy, stable for us, yet we can still see the world and live in a life that we want to live. And we can help you guys achieve that as well. We can help you with employment, we can help you with investment, housing, visa, any kind of thing you would be looking to do in Southeast Asia, Balkans, even Latin America now. We have really good contacts in Mexico, Costa Rica, so reach out to us for any of that stuff. I partner with some good people in New York who also do crypto consulting, so if you're interested in that kind of a topic, I can link you up with them. And if there's any kind of place that you're interested in, but I don't specifically talk about it in the videos, just check with me because I may have some reach there as well. And if I don't, I would be able to source contacts for you. So our mission is to be almost like the nomad capitalist for the working class, for regular people. We want to give people more options to live more fulfilling lives so their money can go further and they can be happier and they can feel more fulfilled from the time they have on the planet. That's our mission, really.
There's a lot of people who don't want to retire poor. We should focus on helping giving people ideas of what people can do overseas so they can migrate.
Well, you're absolutely right. And some of my best customers were retired people.
Yeah, we're looking for more job opportunities for people. It's hard for a lot of single people with kids to come to move overseas, right?
Yeah, it can be.
It's kind of hard for them because the international school is expensive.
It can be. It can be complicated for people with families or older people, and that's kind of where I feel like we really shine. Taking the stress out for people, being honest with them, objectively telling them the positives and negatives rather than sugarcoating things. Some of my best customers were retirees, so I do want to focus more on that. I do have some videos on retiring in Albania because my aunt came out while we were there, and she's of that age where she's about to retire, and we got her perspective on it. I think that these countries in Southeast Asia are also very good for retirement. They can offer low cost of living, safe, reasonably good health care, for developing countries. Obviously, Thailand being at the best of that. But even here in Vietnam, Saigon has pretty good health care. Saved my life before. I would say that leaving the U.S. is a good choice for people who don't have the means to have a high standard of living as they retire. Like for some people in the U.S., if they're financially in a place where they can have a good quality of life there, then my hat's off to them. But I think a lot of people, they're going to have a much better, much happier, more fulfilling quality of life overseas. And I think it goes beyond just the cost, but also being in a different culture and the benefiting from some of the different perspectives that they'll gain. It's a more enriching retirement necessarily, than just sitting on some beach. You know,
which Asian countries have a retirement visa?
well, I don't know all the Asian countries, but I'll say Cambodia does, Thailand does, Vietnam sadly does not. I'm not sure if Malaysia does. I know they have my second home Malaysia, and I don't know if that functions as the retirement visa or if there's an explicit retirement visa. As far as I understand, I think Bali does, well, Indonesia, I'm pretty sure they do, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't spent much time down there. Laos does, Cambodia does, Thailand does, and these are more of the popular destinations. Unfortunately, Vietnam does not. So the best way to be in Vietnam is as an investor if you're not getting married to a local or an employee. So the way a lot of retired people are doing it is they're becoming investors and they're opening up companies here, and then they're just using the company as a means to be able to live legally in the country. What was this comment? So I can reply.
I know couples who do not have kids and want to live overseas. They just don't know how or what to do if they were to leave. I don't think they want kids at this point. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's hard to get them jobs.
It depends, kind of, like where they're going to go. Like if it's to places like Vietnam, then employment is not a problem. Even in Cambodia or Thailand, you can find a job. It's just that they're not going to be something you would want to do necessarily for the rest of your life. Like Vietnam, you can earn a good salary versus what things cost.
You're better off getting like a remote job in the US or UK, wherever you're from, and then coming here. Because you probably have more options for different types of work. Whereas here it's all teaching, right?
I mean, it's like there's teaching here, but there's some jobs in engineering and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
If you can teach IT, like programming, you could probably make good money here, but it's still going to be limited because most jobs are going to be done by locals for a lot less money than they would have to pay for a foreigner. But teaching is always an option. English teaching is always there. Developing your own business would be my suggestion because there are some things that you'll find when you live in Southeast Asia that maybe certain markets just don't have that maybe you could fulfill. So I think that's one way to go. Teaching can be a great way to make income until they figure out maybe what they want to do. If you do know people who are looking to leave, I could help them, and this is kind of what my service is we kind of make that process for them a lot less complicated and confusing, and we clarify everything and set them up with people who are honest and act in good faith, and just make the process of what they need to do to stay or to find employment or to understand the business climate more streamlined and less complex, less risky.
Thailand and Singapore have the best medical, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Problem with USA remote jobs, they want you to stay stateside. Don't overstay your visa in Thailand. Got kicked out after 2-day overstay.
Well, don't overstay your visa in Vietnam either, trust me.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Yeah, but there's ways to stay in these countries that's not an issue. It just depends on how you go about it, And if you work with us, you don't have those issues. As far as the remote work thing, I know some people are able to be global, but many people are not. So creating a job for yourself, like a business for yourself, or doing something with SEO or websites, or I know a bunch of different things people have done online that they've been able to make pretty okay money. Setting up local businesses, kind of like what we were talking about, Paul over here in the group. I was thinking about at some point maybe doing like pizzeria, Italian ice in Phnom Penh or something like this. These type of small businesses, these can do kind of well. So it just depends on what the market has and what it needs, or how you think you can be competitive in the market. Because you can sell products in the country you live in also, or you can try to create a business that's online. Or many people already have means of income. There's a lot of people here who make money off their crypto. There's a lot of people here who are lawyers that have practices where they can do the majority of the work online. A friend of mine in the Philippines, he's a lawyer, and he does almost all his work online. He only travels to the States occasionally. So there's all different circumstances for people, and we've done okay with consulting, helping people finding jobs and helping people get set up. And we're always trying to look to expand that. So if you think that's something that would be helpful to you or any of your friends, please suggest them our channel, and we're happy to meet them and have a chat. And if we can be helpful, we'd love to. Well, anyways, guys, it's been an hour. I love you all. Thank you for watching, commenting, subscribe, like, share the videos on your social media, share the videos on Reddit, Facebook, just help us get the content around. If you see one of our videos are not performing well and you love us, that's, try to get some eyes on it for us. We appreciate that. And yeah, you're right, man. You can hit me up anytime. If you can teach IT, I wouldn't say there's necessarily jobs that I know that are looking for IT teachers, but I know guys who come here and they've done that, and they've built courses and built classes around teaching, programming, and that kind of stuff, and they've done very well for themselves. So it's not necessarily a situation where I would say like you're going to rock up to some language center and they're going to be looking for that, but like if you were to get your visa stuff sorted out, we opened up a company for you, and then you were to create like a model program or something, you know, there's potentially, it's something you can definitely do here. Anyway, thank you for watching. We love you. Subscribe, share. Anybody has any questions, reach us on the Facebook fan page. Please check out the Instagram, check out the YouTube, everything. We love you guys. Thank you for watching, and hope everybody's safe, healthy, and happy, and you're getting out of life whatever it is you want, because life is short. You've got to try to be happy, focus on family, community, friendship, life experience. These are the most valuable things you can have. And try not to let all that noise get in the way, you know. Human beings, we're social creatures. We need to love each other. We need to not get caught up in division and anger and distrust. And, we need to build bridges, not tear them down. Thank you for watching.